Welcome to Impact Phase 1, where tech meet mystery. Unlock powerful digital skill, master new tech, and follow your future. One shot at a time. Subscribe, learn, and level up. All at Impact Fuse. Subscribe to our channel and turn on notification. Hello everyone and welcome back to Impact Fuse today. Hello everyone and welcome back to Impact Fuse today. In today's tutorial, we are going to be learning how to build a birthday flyer from scratch. That means that we are going to take a flyer. This is the flyer. We are going to take from the zero empty floor of the PixilLap application interface to the final and polishing stage. Okay, the only thing that you can do to this tutorial is just to stay, follow us, like, share, drop a comment, and follow us till an end. Let's see how we can make this tutorial to be the reality of what we want to do. Okay, are you ready to go with me? So in today's tutorial, we are going to be using a numbers of applications to come out with this particular design that we are going to be working on. So we'll be using the Photoroom, which is Photoroom application that is an application which is used to remove the background of your images in case you have an image that you have to clean the background. Okay, because sometimes if the pictures that we are using are not from the professional studio, the backgrounds may need to be changed so as to match the background of what we are designing. Okay, like when you always check the resources folder, you see all my pictures are coming without the background. And now we'll be doing everything using our PixilLap application, which I believe it is one of the most application that many of my followers here, many impactors which are graphic designs are using for their graphics. Okay, so that is one of the best application. This is one of the best application when it comes to a graphics design. But don't remember also remember, if you are still an amateur and you want to really pick up graphic design from the basic, but let nobody discover that you are still a basic starter, just go to Canvas. Okay, we have all, you can also just check back. There is Canvas tutorial. It's one of our recent tutorials that we just recently dropped. Okay, now, and also there's a third application which is optional, which I'm not going to be using, but you can check on my last video on how to use AI application to faster your life a track, where you can also check there to see how to use this particular application, which is called the Remini. Okay, the Remini, now when does a graphic designer need to use Remini? Okay, maybe the quality of the image that somebody, a customer have sent to you is so low and you want to improve it, then Remini is one of the best application to go with. Okay, you just open and enhance your picture. So now let's move down into this tutorial as we go. The first application that we're going to be using here is the Photoroom application. Should, in case that you have never used a Photoroom application before, this is the opportunity for us to explore the inside of the Photoroom application. And in case you don't have Photoroom application, just check on the description below. You are going to see the link, okay, on the description, which you can hit on it. Just go to Google Play Store, onto your Apple Store, and you download this Photoroom application. Okay, so now I'm just going to launch the Photoroom application. Okay, please, if you are new if you are new, Photoroom is going to ask you to make sure that you do what is called login. Okay, you do login. All right, so okay, after cleaning all the background of the image, the next thing is that we move ahead now to launch our PixilLap application, which is one of the most famous application that we're using. I'll still drop the link in the comment section, in the description and in the comment section. Should, in case you want to download it, just go there, you click on it, and you can go to your Play Store, to your App Store, or to your Play Store, and you get this application. Okay, so now the first thing that we are going to do here is to make sure that we do the setup of our page. Please never forget this option. Okay, setup of our page, which here we need to give the paper size in which we are going to be using for this design. Okay, because there are some designs that people really make it, but they forget about a paper size. So in case you don't know the various paper size on how to measure in inches, just go to Google Play Store, just go to Google and you try to Google search. Okay, it's going to give you. So I'm going to come here now to my image size. Now I'm going to use a 8000. Okay, I'm just going to be using 8000 there, so that I'll get A4 paper. All right, my target is to work on A4. 8000 by 1280 is going to give me, this is the paper size in which I want to work with. All right, So the next thing is to ask myself, am I satisfied with this? But another case in which if you want to use a complete square, I can take 3000 by 3000 or 8000. 8000 by 8000 is going to give me a square with very high pixels. Okay, with very high pixels. So I take okay there. This is a square with very high pixels. Okay, now we can now get away with this text. Okay, just click on the delete and take okay there. So now everything is empty. Now the next thing is, now we need to start working on our background. How is our background going to look like? What are we designing? And the thing is, we need to know the type of elements in which we are going to be using in this design. Okay, so now remember, we are building a birthday flyer. I've already teach you how to clean the background. Now after cleaning the background, what next are we going to do? We have to import the images. Okay, we have to import the images in which we are going to be working on for this particular birthday flyer. So what are we going to be using? We're going to be using this image. All right, I'm going to be using this image. You can equally crop it. Okay, just crop it at this level to make sure that you reduce the empty space there, so that it doesn't go and be occupying space and giving you difficulties or challenges in managing your working area. Okay, so this is the first image. I will not work anything here now, so I'm going to bring in also the second image that we are going to be using. Okay, we bring in now also from gallery, so we are going to add the second image there, which is this image here. Okay, I'm just also going to work here and reduce this size so that they should not get any wasted space here. So, and the next thing is that I'm going to also bring in another image. All right, at the end of the day, if you don't need these images, we can clear it out. All right, so I have 3 images here to build this particular design with, to make this particular design with. All right, so now I'm going to just crop. I'm just going to crop here to make sure that everything is okay. Please, if you are following us, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like and share, comment, and tell us where you're watching us from. Okay, so now after bringing all these images, these are the images that we are going to be using. Okay, we can now come here to the layer panel. Okay, this is where we call the layer panel, where you can now do the management of the layers. Okay, sorry, I need to point it. So this is the layer management panel here. Now you can now come to this layer management panel and you hide all these images. Okay, just hide it. We can allow one, to be standing, or we allow this two to be there so that we can start working with it. And the next thing is that I'm going to lock it. Okay, so this is the lock. You just have to lock it, and I explained in one of my tutorials the reason of locking it is to make sure that it doesn't move by the time that you are moving anything. Okay, so now you see that if we lock it now, when we return back to the main screen, should in case I try to move my hand on the screen, these images cannot be moved in any way. So that is one of the first thing there. And the thing now is that in today design is going to be one of it, a one type of its kind. So we can go now to the color, to the gallery again. I'm going to bring my color palette here. Okay, okay, so now here, this is my color palette here, or the color circle, or the color wheel, whatsoever that you want to call it. All right, let me bring in a different color wheel here, and we are going to be working this design using the tertiary color. Okay, you can also take on the warm and the cool color, which we already talked about it in the introduction to graphic design here. So I'm just going to keep this color here so that we can see how we are going to use it. Okay, we also have the other type of color, the mono color, the dye color, and the rest of the color. So we are going to be examining that here keenly. So just follow me as we move down on this design. It is going to be one of its kind, like I already promised you. So the other thing is to stay patient. Hit the subscribe button. Also, you can hit the join button if you want to support Impact Fuse. You hit the you just hit this the join button, join the membership, so that you can enjoy some premium content, and you only have to pay like $2 per month. Okay, thank you so much for doing that. As we move ahead, so now let's look at this design. Which type of the background color is really going to be preferable? So this color wheel is going to be here throughout. All right, as we move down, the color wheel is going to stand here throughout, so that we will come in here, we'll be seeing how to pick the color from the color wheel to work. Okay, so I'm now going to the background. Now we are now going to the background. So here is the background. Okay, I'm going to the background. So now when I come here on the background, now looking at the colors of this dress that are there, I think this is going to be the best color to use here. All right, the best color that we can use here is going to be this color here on this color palette. Okay, this is the color that we are going to get from the background. So now just come in here now to a background. I'll click on color. Now I'll tap here on color. Now should in case that I can't really pick that color, that this particular color here on this color lines here, what next am I going to do here is just to come and click on the plus sign. Okay, sorry. Okay, I'm just going to click on the plus sign. Now when I click on the plus sign, now I'm going to click on this. I'm just going to come and click here. Okay, on this paint, a color paint. Then I'm going to take it here. Then I'll scroll down to this color palette. Remember, this is the color that we said that we are going to pick. All right, this is the color that we are going to pick here. So I'm going to click here now. I'm going to click on this particular point now to pick up this color here. Okay, so I think that it is okay here. Then I'm going to take on okay. I'll just take on okay. So that is the first thing that we have done here. Okay, so I'm going to take down this color. I can come here, I hide this color palette. Okay, let me hide it for now. Then we'll unlock these images that we are going to be working on. All right, so I can now hide this other I can hide this other image. Then we start working with this other image here. Okay, we start working with this other image here. So this is the first image that we are going to be using here. Okay, now I'll keep this image somewhere here. All right, I'll keep this image somewhere here. Now the next thing that we are going to do here is we are going to give a shape. Okay, we are going to give a shape. Now this shape, as we give this shape, please follow me very carefully here, because we are going to be this is not a common design like the ones that you have been seeing before. I'm taking you now to the professional stage. Okay, so now you just keep this shape here, cover it here. We now need to come here now to here we are not using color. Okay, to the fill color, we are not using color here, but we are using what the gradient color. And when you look carefully, this is the type of gradient that I'm going to use here. Okay, I have to carry this side so that I can point this one very well. So this is the type of gradient that I'm going to be using. Should in case you don't know how to build gradients, we have videos that have teach us how to do this already, so just go back and watch on it. So I'll give it this particular color. Okay, I'll give it this particular color. Then now I'm going to validate. Okay, validating means it's okay for me. Now it's okay there. Now I'll change the color here. I'll come here to give it the color to be this our color here. Okay, I'm going to come here to give this our color here. Sorry, I'm still working on the background. I'm sorry that I was still on the background. Now we are on this shape, so I'll come now to the shape management option. Okay, we'll need to go to the shape management option to change this color here. So this is the shape management option, which is here. Now just make sure that you are there. All right, and this one is where it all covered here. Then I can give it now. I go to my shape management option. I'll take the color, then I'll enable the color. When you enable the color, it will come like that, but just give it this one. Okay, so that is one of the first thing to do when you are working with things like this one. Okay, I'll just increase the size of this image a little bit, but at the end of the day, this our shape that is down, we are still going to bring it up. Okay, so I'll still bring it up to somewhere here. Now this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to reduce the opacity of this image. Okay, I'm going to reduce the opacity of this image here, which is the image behind. Okay, this can be the image of one and the same person. So that is the first thing, and it is looking amazing. Now the next thing is that I will come back to my layer management option. Okay, Once you open the Photoroom interface, if you are new, you are going to do some basic setup there, okay, which is like inputting your email address, selecting what you are going to be using the Photoroom for. And once Photoroom is open, this is how the interface look like, okay. This is just what the interface looks like. But I think that I'm going to make a tutorial which I'm going to be using to explain this very well. And one thing that before I go now, I'll tell you that I'm using this Photoroom to remove the background of my images. The first and the foremost reason is that it doesn't shrink, it doesn't reduce the quality of the image, it maintains the quality of the image as it is. Unlike there are other methods to remove background, which it doesn't really maintain the quality of the image, like I have a remove.bg or remove background remove.bg. So it is a website which is also used to clean the background of images, but remove.bg is not that way so strong, because it is only if it is very strong when you have to pay it, okay. But remember, Photoroom also have the pro version and the pro version and the other one which is unpaid version, okay. So I'm using the pro version. Should in case you want to get this pro version, just drop in the comment section, then I'm going to come to your box and tell you how you can get this pro version, okay. So now what I'm going to use to do here is just to come here, I pick on start. So what we are going to do here today is just to learn how to clean background of the image, okay. I will say start from photo, okay, which is this plus here. Then I'll take the image here. All right, I'm going to take the image here, in which I'm going to my target is to remove the background. All right, so we must first have the image in which we are targeting to remove the background. So I'll just come here. This is the first image that I'm targeting to remove the background here, which is this image here, okay. I'll just first clean that image, okay. So this is just what it does, very fast, as fast as possible. But please remember, you need to have some internet connection, okay. You need to have some internet connection to achieve this. So because it's like an online application, so when it comes on, when it cleans and comes and finish, you can now come here. You see, because please remember, our target is to remove background, okay. Our target is to learn how to remove background. So here you see transparent, so we're going to hit on the transparent. So on the transparent now, you're just going to come, then you are going to take export. All right, you are just hit on export and wait, it's going to do the exporting. So after I export, it is doing it automatic. That is all, it is being set, okay. So now we can also, this is just how you clean the background and you export it, all right, so that you can use in your design. So we are just going to do the same for others. Then just to come here, I unhide this other image here, or unhide this other image here. So now you see this other image is still going behind. So what happened is that I'm going to come here, I'll take it up, okay, let it stand above everything. Now I'm going to come here. Now I'll just shift this image. Now I'll increase the size. I'm going to bring it somewhere down here, okay. So let's not make it to that much closer, let's not make it to that much small, but I can make it at least to be visible, okay, to be visible. Now I come here, I need to increase back this opacity a little bit, okay, but not too that much, okay. We just have to increase the size a little bit, okay. Now it is okay here. What happened is that this shape that we inserted, I'm just going to click on the shape, or you just come here on the layer so that you can see the shape. Just point on the shape, then you can now go to shape management option, then you take copy. All right, you take copy. So now when I take copy, I'm going to take it somewhere down here. I cover it down, okay. I cover it down, so I can add another copy again. I take it, I cover it down, I cover it down here. So this is our target, to cover it down here, so that it should not be light much, okay, it should not be much. So I have to reduce the size of this one, but I can delete this one as well. Then I take just this one, because we are not really like making it to be big like the one behind, okay. We are not going to cover as much as the one behind that we cover. So, and this image is going to be here like this. Now I'm just going to take copy. So all this is being done using your mobile phone, okay. This is not any complicated device that you are going to be crying that you don't have money to purchase it. I believe all of us, 90% of people that view impact views every day, they view it on mobile phone. So this is telling me that anything that we are teaching, that you can quickly do it using mobile phone. It's very simple for each and everyone that is following us here to be able to do it. So now this is just one of this is like already we are like 40% gone, okay, with this. So now you can also come on this particular image that you are there, and you also work on the color, okay, color filter. The color filter, you can adjust the color filter a little bit by increasing the hue. Okay, you can increase the hue, the saturation, how you want it to be saturated. Okay, so now all depends on you how you want it to be, but be very careful not to disturb somebody image. All right, so I will just have to hit to keep this hue at maximum at 2. Okay, 2 or 3. Then the saturation, I'm going just to keep it at maybe -5 here, so as to keep everything natural. The brightness is okay. The contrast, you see when you increase the contrast, you can see what is happening. Okay, I would kind of give in a specific number here. You can keep on increasing it by yourself to see what you are going to have at the end of the day. Okay, so now this is the two images here. I think they are very okay. So what happened is that we are going to lock this layer. We lock this one, we lock this one, we lock this one, and this other one here we have to also lock it, keeping this other one hidden also. Now I need to come back. Let's return back to our color palette here to see what we can do with it. Okay, now this color on based on the color palette, and you see that when we have to use a the color that we use, now we have to use maybe which color is going to give us something. So based on this color cycle, you see that you want to use the complementary color type. The complementary color, that means that complements are like opposite. Okay, so this one, that is comes to here. So looking at it, telling us that which color can we really use best that will give us a very good when it comes to writing. It is showing that this is the color that will give us, okay, showing that this is the best color that will give us the best writing based on the color wheel. Okay, that is why I bring it. Should in case you are like a graphic designer and you don't yet understand a designer and you don't yet understand the principle of this wheel, you can always import it every time that you're working on design. So maybe in it, that means that if you also look keenly here, you will come to discover that if you are designing something that the background is blue and now you give it the font with red, it's going to be okay. Oh, this is not totally red, but I'm not really good in color, but this is red, right? Or now if you have something with a background of red, then you give the text of maybe blue, it's going to be very okay. Remember, this is the tertiary cycle. Now also just looking at here, a design is not always good. It's good when you maybe combine one or two colors. Okay, you can also take from here to here. Now the another probability is also that we could also take it here and we just keep and take this next one, but let's just move down as we go so that we can keep on getting more and more. All right, so we'll just keep this color palette like this, and we now need to go to text now, and we give it a text. Okay, we are going to give a text here, which is what the happy birthday. Okay, happy birthday. Yeah, so this is the happy here, and you also see even white can also go here very well. White can also go, but let's just try to maintain the principle of the color wheel to see what we are going to get here. Now we need also to get to work on the font. Okay, we just have to change the font here. We have to just to change the font here so that we get something like a very good font. Let's try a very good font here. Okay, so okay, you can also install your own fonts. I have my own fonts that I've installed that I'm using, so you can equally install your own fonts as well. But if you want to learn how to install fonts, just say it in the comment section. Okay, we are going to make a video on that. But if you can install your own fonts alone, just go ahead and you download some fonts and install. Okay, uh, I think there's a particular font that I'm looking for. Okay, so we'll just keep this one here. So we'll take here to keep it here somewhere here. All right, so that is happy. Then we now need to also come to this font. We give enable the shadow. Okay, so the shadow that I'm going to be using here should be not actually black shadow, but something white. But now we need to reduce the blurriness. Okay, we need to reduce the blurriness here to maybe 1, and we enable it. Let's enable the axis. So now we can now increase the x-axis, and the equally maybe you reduce now the y-axis. Okay, if you increase the x-axis, reduce the y-axis, so that they should be in parallel. Okay, so that they should be in parallel, so that it should not really all should not be moving in the same direction. Okay, now you see now how it goes here. So if I can also reduce this one a little bit, I have to get this one to be -3, -3, maximum -3. Okay, so this is what I actually want here. Okay, now you can see it how it looks like here. So the next thing is what happy. Then I can also give it an inner shadow. I can enable it. Then I give it this color or another shouting color that will make it to be like a little bit outstanding. Okay, so we give it there. Now the next thing is what the birthday. So we're just going to add the birthday text. Then I'll give the birthday. Okay, remember the principle of one step in front, one step behind. So birthday. Then I'm going to take OK here. I'll just keep this one like this. Okay, so now this is it. I'm going to keep it somewhere here. Happy birthday. We increase the size. We can reduce the size a little bit. Okay, now also you have to check on the font, but I'm not yet satisfied with the font of that happy. All right, maybe I'll still have to come and temper it a little bit. So happy birthday. So now we can also give it a background. We can also give a shadow there, which is something like, okay, we can give it a shadow black, the black shadow. Okay, which is the default shadow. We can reduce the blurriness of it maybe to 2. Then we enable the offset. Okay, we enable the offset. So +1, +3 is okay there. So now this particular font here, I need to also switch it. All right, it's all left for you on how you want your font to look like. It's your personal decision on the type of font to use. All right, but also make a font that will be captivating, that will be outspoken, that will outspeak itself, and make your design to look more attractive. Okay, and make your design to be outspoken and more attractive. So if I think of a font like this, okay, the font like this is also good, but now I'm thinking, okay, let's just keep it. Let's just keep the font at that particular juncture, so that we don't waste too much time talking about the font here. So I can also use this one. All right, then I can change that color. I can change the shadow color of this font to be something of this nature. All right, so that it doesn't look so much dirty. So happy birthday. All right, so now let's keep this happy birthday here. Let's keep happy birthday here. Then we can now give the name. Okay, we can now write the name of the person. So I will just copy the one of this font and I'll edit. So happy birthday who? Anna. Okay, one step in front like we said. So happy birthday Anna. Okay, we can now press this Anna somewhere here. All right, that is it. Happy birthday Anna. And at the downside now, we can now have some message there. So I can now take something like, I'll click out, then I'll take on quote. All right, so on quote you can get some motivation quote, success quote, friendship quote. So this is happy birthday, so I'll just take happiness. So I'll just take on this quote here, which I'm going to use here. All right, so these are some of the advantages of a PixilLap application. Okay, now I'm going to reduce the size of this quote. This quote can be like a birthday message. Okay, this can be a birthday message. I'm going to break it down to something like 4. Okay, so I'll increase the size a little bit, then I'll place it here. Now we are going to look at the alignment. I'm going to look at the alignment, so I'll just keep it on justify alignment. Okay, I'll just keep it here on the left left alignment, justify. All right, so I will just keep it here like this. Okay, this is like the message that we are giving to the person on the birthday. Happiness is a state of consciousness which proceed from the achievement of one value. So that is it. So I just give you another font. Okay, we can just look another font there, and we add to this design. So if you are watching us up to this extent, rate this design and tell us, rate this design on the value of from 1 to 10, what did you think at this particular level? If you were like the one to mark it, if this was an exam that you have to mark it, so what is the value that you are going to give us? Let us know in the comment section. So I'll also come here, I'll take this one, I'll give some spacing. Okay, so we'll give you some spacing here, and we'll take it here. We are going to bring down this one here. We are going to bring down also this one. We are going to bring it here. We are going to bring it this one here as well. Okay, now we are going to change this font color to be the color of the font that we initially accepted, that it should be used throughout. Okay, that it should be used throughout. So this is the color that we accepted to be used throughout. All right, as the main color of the work. But should in case you still don't find in good, you can still switch to another color, which is white. As we see that white is really being so outspoken here, we can still go with white. Okay, or now another point here, even the shouting yellow can still go very well. The yellow like this one can still go very well. Okay, so we can still take that, but based on the colorway, you must maintain on this one, which is going to give us the right thing that we actually want. Now happy birthday Anna. Okay, so and with the message down there. So now the next thing is that what we need to give you something like maybe telling people when is this birthday going to hold. Okay, because you can't just come and say happy birthday to somebody without like giving the date in which the occasion or the birthday is actually going to be. Okay, so now I'll increase this one to be, because this is the main call for consent here. All right, this is the main call for consent. This is one of the things that we are going to do here. Okay, I'll just click out, then I'm going to come to this shape. All right, please make sure that you lock those shapes so that when you click out on the text, you are not going to still get these shapes again. And I'll make sure that I'll also reduce this one, okay, to make sure that it's not touching this particular image. All right, so that it's not touching this particular image like this. So I'll bring it at this particular position. Okay, now keeping it this one here, I'm going to just come here. Now I'll take what draw. You'll see draw here. Now I'm going to increase the pen size. I'll increase the pen size. I'll increase the blurriness. Okay, I'm going to increase the blurriness here. Then I'm just going to use my thumb and I press on my screen. Okay, so when you see when I press my thumb on the screen, I'm going to get something of this nature. Now I can increase the size here. I can increase the size of this. Now when I increase the size, I'll change the color to white. All right, I'm going to change the color to white. Enable color. This is the first color that we have here. We can still keep on this color. There is no issue there. We can still keep on this color here. Now I'm going to take OK here. All right, after getting this color, now we are going to bring it somewhere here. We are going to bring it somewhere here. This is what we are going to do. I'll switch it now to the color of the background here. So when I switch it now, you see what I'm going to do here. Just follow me keenly. Then I'm going to reduce the opacity here. Then I'll bring it here. All right, when I reduce the opacity, this is what I'm going to do here. I'm going to take it here to keep it here. So this is now making to blend this one, the picture at the background, the one in front, so that they don't have a lot of differences there. Okay, so that even there's some differences there, you can't quickly notice it that way. So you can still copy it and you take another one again somewhere here. All right, you can take this one somewhere here again, so that the difference of the picture behind and the one in front are not quickly noticed by any individual. So now another thing that we're going to do here is to come and add a shape. All right, we'll just have a shape, which this shape that I'm going to use here is an oval. Okay, it's an oval here, so we'll bring this over and we are going to keep the oval somewhere here. Now what is the need of this oval? First thing that I'm going to do here, I'm going to first give this other one that is going to be behind the main color of the color of the text. Okay, I'm going to give it the color of the text here, which will be this one. Then I'm just going to make a copy of it. Then I'll bring it the color, I'll switch the color of the copy of it to another color of text again, which is the white color. Okay, which is a white color. So I'm going to take the white. I'll take the white color here. Okay, now with this white color, now I'll bring this one now in the middle. Okay, make sure that you can position it very well in the middle. If not, you use relative positioning. All right, so now this is it. I'm going to keep that one here. So what am I going to put here? I'm just going now to give the date. Okay, the date in which this occasion is going to, this maybe particular event is going to hold. So I'll just come in here to add text. I'll take add text now. Then I'll just put the date. All right, I'm going to put the date here, which is now the 23rd of June. Okay, 23rd. So I'm going to write 23rd here, so that I'll treat this 23rd separately. So I'll bring the 23rd somewhere here. I'll put in the middle. So now which particular text color? Remember, we already have our text color that we are going to, that is like the default text color that we are using. So we are going to stand through with it. Okay, we are going to stand with this text color throughout the design. Now I'm going to come down here to take something to give it a good font. I just have to give it some font here. So rate this design on 10. Drop your comment and tell us where you are watching from and what, in case you have learned any new thing today, don't forget to remind us and tell us what new you have learned. Okay, as we also rightly said, that should in case there's anything that you want us to make tutorials on it, you can also drop a comment in the comment section that you know one tutorial on this particular one. We are there to make it. We will make it for you. Okay, because this is Impact Fuse. Our target is to impact our community and make sure that we move without leaving any person behind. Okay, everybody should be left behind. That is our target. But and you can, if should in case you feel like to support our work, you can also join the membership scheme. Okay, which in this membership scheme you can be paying $2 every month. Okay, $2 every month, so that you can have access to premium content. Okay, when we say premium content, we mean business. All right, so that is it. So we have just add some shadow there so as to make it very look nice, as you can see it. Now I'm going just to copy this. Okay, because the only difference there is going to be the text and the text there and the font size. Okay, so we are going to have it on the June. Okay, so it's going to be 23rd of June that we are going to get this. All right, done. So this is it. Now you can just come here to this. You can come to the layer. Okay, so should in case you want to take one of these fingerprint that we draw, so you can just come to the layer, you click on it, then return to shape editing option. Now you copy. Okay, sorry, you just click on copy so that you can get a copy. Now this is what I'm going to do. Switch this color back to something like white. Okay, or like this one. Then you can reduce it somewhere here, then you take it behind these two overs. All right, I'm going to take it behind the two overs, so that you are going to see some effects that we are going to get it here. All right, now it is here like this, but I don't make sure that it doesn't touch this other one, it doesn't touch the image. But should in case you see that it's not really speaking of a self there, then what can you best do is just switch it to white. All right, just switch it to white, and now you can increase it very well and keep it at this junction. So and now for the principle of balancing, to make sure that everything is well balanced, I'll make a copy of it, and I'll take it down here also, and I'll take it somewhere right down around this junction, and I drop it there. So read this design and tell us where you're watching from. And this is just all, and you can see you have made a very powerful graphic design, a very powerful birthday flyer, just using your PixilLap mobile application. This is not any complicated application like anyone. You doesn't have to pay for any software here that you have used. So we have touched two software at the same time, making this tutorial to be as long as it is, but making it also to be more educative as it can be. Alright, so drop your comment in the comment section. We are waiting to read your comment, and don't forget to subscribe, join the membership, as we encourage you every time so that you can enjoy the premium content as we move ahead to make further designs. See you in our next tutorials.